And here come the Argentine starting players. Decent crowd in here tonight in Seattle. It's not a full house. I think it will be in a couple of nights' time, because this will be the stadium that hosts the quarter-final tie between the USA and Ecuador. And given the level of support that the Ecuadorians have taken throughout this tournament, and the inevitable level of support that the Americans will have here too, I think it's going to be pretty much a sellout. But not quite a sellout here, but still we hope for a decent noise. The tournament anthem rings out around the ground as the two sides make their entrance. Peruvian referee Víctor Carrillo picking up the ball, and out he strides. And a fine time for some of these young mascots as well, isn't it? Not too much green in evidence around the stadium, but there are one or two. But the greatest noise will be produced by the Argentine supporters here today, whether they've travelled from near or afar. And it's a long, long walk for them to pick up their places ahead of the two national anthems. Gonzalo, Higuaín, one of a handful who are making their third start tonight. He's one of several ever presents in this Argentinian lineup, but of course missing one or two of their familiar faces too here tonight. And for the final time in this tournament, we'll stand now for the Bolivian national anthem.
Por favor, permanecer de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Bolivia.
Well, there's an atmosphere building here. Carlos Lampe, the goalkeeper and captain of Bolivia, leading his side for the handshakes here. The unusual situation of having two goalkeepers who are captains, of course, because Sergio Romero wearing the armband for Argentina as well. He's greeting the officials as he leads his team here into position. Well, after going with the same starting lineup in their first two games, Argentina makes 6 changes for this one. Rojo, Fernandez, Mascherano and Gaitán, all who've collected a yellow card, not risked ahead of the quarterfinals. Di Maria, of course, is injured. Messi doesn't start, but as we say, is expected to play a part at some point. Roncaglia, Cuesta and Lavezzi making their first appearances of the tournament in that 4-3-3 lineup for Argentina here tonight. It's a fairly potent front line as well, isn't it? Lavezzi, Higuaín and Agüero. Even without a certain little Messi, they pack a punch. The referee is Peruvian, Víctor Carrillo. A couple of his countrymen alongside him as assistant referees, and the fourth official, Wilton Sampaio, is also, well, it says Brazilian there, but I think he's Peruvian too.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But we pause now to remember those victims of the Orlando shootings earlier this week, and our thoughts very much still with the victims and their loved ones. Just before that, there's the Bolivian lineup. 3 changes from their last appearance against Chile. Jesmani Campo gets his first start of this tournament. Azogwe and Nelson Cabrera, who played in that first game but missed the second, both make their returns. Well, that moment's pause for the victims of the Orlando shootings, wonderfully observed. The American flag flying at half-mast here tonight. And this impressive and unusual CenturyLink Field Stadium about to host its second game of this Copa América Centenario. Argentina already know they're going through, almost certainly as group winners. Bolivia already know they are going home, so they're playing for reputations here tonight. It would take a quite extraordinary scoreline to deny Argentina top spot. They currently sit above Chile, who are in second in Group D, with a 4-goal difference advantage in their favour. So it would take a 5-0 win for Bolivia here, or something of that sort, to make Argentina drop to second. It's not going to happen. You wouldn't have thought. Roncaglia on the right-hand side. Funes Mori has switched to that left-hand side of the Argentine defence with the changes that have been made. Rojo, of course, is rested tonight because of the yellow card he picked up in the first game. A second yellow card would mean that he would be unavailable for the quarter-final tie, and that's the case with 1 or 2 others. Mascherano is also rested. Fernandez, Gaitán. No need to take risks. Here is Roncaglia on the right. Surviving that first scare of the night, but there'll be plenty more of those to come here. Under normal circumstances, you would have including Lavezzi, who's making his first appearance of this tournament, but he can't find his man in the middle. He's pretty sure of his starting 11. He's gone with that same 11 in the first 2 games. I think the only change he would make to that, of course, would be if if Lionel Messi would present himself as being fully fit. Roncaglia. There's Lavezzi. Handed by Gutierrez. First little win of the night for the man on the left-hand side for Bolivia, but he'll have plenty more battles ahead. And there's Julio Cesar Valdivieso, the Bolivian coach, only 44 years of age. Racked up a fair few caps when he was a player, 85 Bolivian caps between 1991 and his retirement in 2005. El Emperador, they called him. The attacking midfielder. And his side have got a free kick here for the foul on Arce. Bit of a tussle going on. Smekberg, Dallants and Campos standing over this. In fact, Campos has run away, so it's going to be Martin Smekberg, Dallants to take it. It's a line of green shirts. The referee just ensuring all is correct in there. Arce was standing in offside position, and the referee's just warning him, you're standing there in a position of offside. It is going to be Arce that was aimed for. It's just a little bit of troubling times for the Argentinian defence, but they managed to survive themselves. Here's Smekberg Dallants. Arce's the target. Campos. There's a real battle going on down that right-hand side already, isn't there? Sergio with a clattering challenge on Lavezzi that has given Argentina a free kick again. He's taking no prisoners, was he? Comes sliding in. Otamendi. Rare goal for him, of course, in the last game in Chicago. Nicolás Otamendi opening the scoring in that 5-0 win. Kranevitter. Argentina unable to keep possession, but they are able to re-establish themselves. Lavezzi tucks it in. Lamela, having come on as a substitute in the first two games, a rare start for him tonight. Here's Lavezzi again. Roncaglia with the overlapping run and a decent ball over. The goalkeeper wasn't sure whether to come or not in the end. He's relieved to see it cleared away by Saavedra. Tidy little patterns being created here by Argentina in possession again. Lavezzi retains his balance, but not with a second challenge. Frustration from Duck, who felt that the Argentine player made more of that, but referee was only about 5 yards away, so had a clear view of the challenge from Duck. And you can see the contact for yourselves. It's probably a little far for a direct strike on goal where that foul took place. Argentina have attacking possibilities here. Banega to take. Tied away by the Bolivian defence. Duck, though, almost dispossessed. Hacked to safety by Cabrera. And it will be a Bolivian throw on that far side. So 7 minutes played, nothing of great note so far. 0-0 the scoreline. Argentina have enjoyed themselves against Bolivia of late. The last 3 games have yielded 14 goals. 2-0 in March earlier this year in a World Cup qualifier. But the 2 games before that, 5-0 and 7-0, Argentina have won. So they certainly have the psychological advantage of late coming into this tie. Lavezzi, playing these days in China, of course, for thereby China Fortune, reportedly earning $14 million a year. Most of us would settle for a week's of his wages, wouldn't we? Argentina's throw. Well read, shielded away, Kranevitter looking to hook it back towards the danger. Lavezzi with a touch, the flag was up for offside anyway. The challenge would have denied the goal-scoring opportunity, but flag up on this near side. It's very close, wasn't it? Thoughtful look from Lionel Messi. Lavezzi. Mori. Lifting it back to Roncaglia. Here's Banega. Much the Mascherano role here tonight for Banega. Cuesta. Patience in possession again here for Argentina as they look to draw their opponents on. That was again another no-nonsense challenge. I'm not sure about the reaction here from Asa, but I don't think the referee's too impressed either. Well, having taken a look, he's now going to have a word with Víctor Cuesta. What's the challenge? That's all it is. It is just a word. No card for the Argentine central defender. Just a telling off from the referee. Maybe a caution that something similar might end up in him being booked if it's repeated. Lampe will take this. Made his debut against Mexico 6 years ago, 3 games that year. His next appearance was against Argentina in March of this year, so long time between drinks for him. But he has been first choice goalkeeper for Bolivia throughout this tournament so far, his 3rd successive game. Lavezzi cutting in and finding a bit of a route through here until he's rather cynically chopped down by Centenario, and I think this is going to be the first yellow card of the night, and deserved as well. Well, it's a thrilling run from Lavezzi here. He'd already beaten 2 or 3 before he gets there. He's made the most of the challenge and earns his side a free kick in a very attacking position. About 10 yards or so outside that penalty area. Looks like they're just cooking up a plan here. Sergio Agüero and Érik Lamela. One of the other might just tempt Lampe here. Referee's still trying to organise the wall. I think they're trying to point out where the wall should be. The referee's having none of that, and that's where he says it should be, and that's where it will be. So just a stride or two inside their own penalty area. Agüero in the contrasting yellow and pink boots. Or will it be Lamela off the left foot? It is Lamela who strikes it! The deflection takes it home! The goalkeeper's beaten! And Érik Lamela opens Argentina's account with 13 minutes played. Well, unlucky for the goalkeeper. It hits the wall. I think he judged the flight of the initial shot, but Yasmani duck in there, tried to duck out of the way, but it deflects off his back and past the rather hapless Lampe on that occasion, and Argentina leading by a goal to nil. Congratulations all round, and any slight hint of a big Bolivian upset here tonight maybe snubbed out already. They have done it before, you know. You go back to 2009, a World Cup qualifier. They beat Argentina by 6-1 in an incredible performance, incredible result, but that was in La Paz at altitude. This, of course, is in Seattle, very much at sea level. The Puget Sound just behind where we're watching this game from, so you couldn't get any closer to sea level than this. And Argentina leading and looking for more. Hammered out of play by Azurge. Lamela's second international goal, by the way, helped by the defender. Here's Roncaglia with the ball in, they're waiting for it, the goalkeeper can't hold it, and Argentina have their second. Well, a goalkeeping error it'll probably go down as, but Argentina deserving their lot, pouring forward in numbers again, and a header down and in off the boot, this time of Lavezzi. 2 goals in the blink of an eye, and Argentina in complete control already of this game. Well, he might be getting to the veteran stages, Ezequiel Lavezzi, but he's still got that scoring touch. He's now scored 8 goals for Argentina, and he does love playing against Bolivia because of those 8 goals, 4 now have been scored against this team. So he's in familiar territory. Well, where does he go from here, Valdivizio? He knew his side were up against it before the match even began. And now the mountain has just grown larger and larger. Smedberg Dallens. Argentina looking to counter. Here's Agüero. Green shirts are flooding back. Kranevitter with a touch and a turn. Lamela turns it left. Launched in there. Lavezzi, I think, will claim he might have had a little push in the back as he tried to chase it, but the referee's having none of that. Looking for a record here tonight as well, Argentina, because they have now scored 9 goals in the group games so far. 2-1 against Chile, 5-0 against Panama, 2-0 here tonight. Ooh, Duck's getting a little aerated here. One more goal would equal the Copa America group stage record of 10 goals in a tournament. Ecuador in '93 and Chile last year both scored 10 group goal games. But you get fairly short odds on Argentina equaling or even surpassing that here. Here's the challenge that caused the consternation. Funes Mori's holding his head. Cuesta. Kranevitter. Otamendi. Here's Roncaglia, showing his appetite for getting forward a time or two already. Cuesta. Lavezzi. Can't quite get there, but Argentina retain possession. Roncaglia. Lavezzi strong in the challenge again, but there was something off the ball here. After Roncaglia had passed it, he and Duck seem to have come together. Free spotted that and comes over for a word. Well, you wouldn't say it's been played in the best of spirits so far, would you? Marnie Duck with a nosebleed. Have a look at this, the ball's gone, and then, well, I think Duck was the innocent party in all of that, wasn't he? Certainly a push off the ball, and Duck, who was following in, was the victim of a head clash. But I think Roncaglia was actually pushed into him. Sure, it'll be smarting this, not just the nosebleed, but the clash of heads might have just caused him a little bit of a loss of sensation or two. Word here for Martin Smedberg-Dallens. If you're wondering about the name, by the way, Smedberg-Dallens, he is Swedish born. His dad was Bolivian, which is why he now represents this country. And still concern for Yasmani Duck, the New York Cosmos player. Sure, he's going to be allowed to carry on while there's still blood there. They're going to need to sort that out before he's allowed on the field. Free is giving a free kick here for Argentina. So here's the incident. See, the push comes across, and Duck, who's just following up, finds himself with a bloodied nose. I think it was Gutierrez whose push on Roncaglia meant that Roncaglia's head hit Yasmani Duck. But we're underway again. There's a lot of unnecessary stuff in the game so far, isn't there? It underlines the prudence of Gerardo Martino's decision not to risk some of those players who've picked up yellow cards so far, because this is the kind of game so far that could result in an unnecessary booking being picked up. Lampe's clear, a little bit of niggle about it. Bolivia are about to make their change as well. Diego Bejarano, I think, is going to be coming on, with Duck still struggling with that bloodied nose. Banega guilty of the foul this time. And here is the change. Diego Bejarano coming on. We've seen him a couple of times in the tournament. And he replaces Yasmani Duck off with that bloodied nose. Smedberg Dallants with a free kick. Here's Lavezzi. Not for long though. Smedberg Dallants once more. Push in the back of Yasmani Campos. Well, it's all very scrappy. Hopefully this little phase of the game can pass quickly and we can get back to a more fluent style of football from both sides. So Smedberg Dallants, the only Bolivian player playing in Europe at the moment, with Gothenburg with a decent ball in, but Romero always has that covered. And a simple catch in the end. Roncaglia. Lavezzi with a little flick back. Roncaglia being tracked by not one but two defenders. One of those being Asa, who helps to clear away. Here's Otamendi. Lavezzi. Kranevitter getting himself involved. It's Banega. Otamendi, again just satisfying themselves with possession at this stage until something develops ahead. Otamendi, somehow working it through for Higuaín. Agüero with a chip to no one in the end. But Argentina already finding themselves 2 goals to the good. Lavezzi doing terrifically well to keep his feet there, and Yasmani Duck, that's the reason we're not seeing him on the field at the moment. Banega. Agüero, outnumbered by those Bolivian defenders, and suddenly here's a chance for Asa. He was fouled in his attempt to break through, and another yellow card for Argentina here this time, for the challenge from Éver Banega. Just to reiterate, he, and in fact none of the Argentine players out there at the moment, have a yellow card to their name, so there's no danger at this stage of him missing the quarter-finals. Ever present so far, Banega. the Sevilla midfielder. Smegberg-Dallens is a long, long way out. And it's a very poor delivery inside the penalty area. Certainly not a shot, and there was nobody in green there anywhere near the bounce of the ball. Romero's quick clearance. And here's Agüero on that far side. Wonderfully taken down and in. Agüero looking for a path through. Banega's shot is blocked away. Kranevitter keeping his feet despite the challenges. Collected now by Lamela. Well, they are persistent here, Bolivia, but Argentina somehow keeping the ball. And this is Roncaglia. They start again. Cuesta. Kranevitter. Interception by Azogue. Messi sits and waits. Aware of the fuss he causes wherever he goes, no doubt. Otamendi. Agüero. It's the ball back from the touch of Higuaín. Well, it's physical here. Higuaín picking the path around the defender, but it's blocked away by Cabrera. Well, they've certainly got the stomach for the fight here, Bolivia, haven't they? They are not standing off the challenges. Roncaglia of Fiorentina with the ball down to Higuaín. Lavezzi couldn't quite bring it under control. Otamendi. It's Banega. Lavezzi. Banega. The inevitable chance of Messi going around the stadium. They know who they want to see. Argentinian supporters satisfied with the fact that their side hold this 2-0 lead. And in a very dominant position. Through towards Lavezzi. Locked away by Milian, but Argentina will come again here. Banega. Oh, it's a searching ball that is just stabbed out of play in the end by the substitute Bejarano. Funes Mori playing on the left-hand side of defence here tonight. He's been the central defensive partner of Otamendi so far, but with Cuesta coming in and Rojo left out, that's the position he finds himself in. And Argentina find themselves with a corner here to test this Bolivian defence again. The challenge is won, the byline is found, the cross is not quite what was needed, but neither was the clearance, and it's going to be picked up by Lavezzi and touched home for a third. What a start this is for Argentina. The goalkeeper can hardly believe it. But 3-0 with just over half an hour played. They're making mincemeat here of this Bolivian defence at times. Blocked away, and then the cross. They're all clearly onside, and just a touch to turn it in. Lavezzi, provider this time, and turned home for a telling strike from Víctor Cuesta. And I do believe that's his first international goal, Víctor Cuesta, so quite a moment for celebration as well. He breaks his duck against Bolivia. Argentina lead by 3-0. Here's Otamendi. Banega. Roncaglia. Careful work done by Cabrera to steer it away to the relative safety of a throw-in for Argentina. Banega, Otamendi, here's Cuesta. And a rare touch in these last few moments for Sergio Romero. Kranevitter. They go searching for more here, Lavezzi. Roncaglia, ooh. That was cheekily done, wasn't it, timed his run. Very, very nicely to get in and intercept there. Campos. Luis Alberto Gutierrez with a throw. Do have some success in this tournament. Bolivia, they were Copa America winners, but it was back in 1963 when they won it, and it was on home soil. Back in the days when it was Campeonato Sudamericano. Runners-up as well, also as hosts, in 1997. But not a lot else to shout about in this competition, Bolivia. And that goes for this year as well, where they look as though they're going to go home empty-handed without a point to their name. It's an Argentine throw. Just to the arms of a Mexican wave that is going around the stadium at the moment, this CenturyLink field. The Seattle Seahawks, the regular hosts here, of course. But it is soccer, not football, as the locals call it, that is taking centre stage here tonight. And an Argentinian side that is running in cruise control at the moment, leading already by 3-0, and looking for more. Well, I think that was a cross from Roncaglia that was mishit rather than an attempt at goal. And Messi pulls his socks up. And they reach for the heavens. There's been a lot of that at this Copa America. Roncaglia playing himself out of trouble. Cuesta pushing it forward. Here's Kranevitter. Argentina looking to build again here. They've got options. Mori going left to Lamela. Kranevitter swept away by Centenario. Mori to take the throw. Banega. Otamendi. And now Lavezzi. Three goals here tonight. By the way, just to remind you, has taken Argentina now to 10 group game goals. So one more would be a new Copa America record. I wonder if they can achieve that in the first half. 6 minutes still to play. They've absolutely dominated proceedings, haven't they, so far? Not just in terms of the goals they've scored, but the possession they've had and the position they've acquired. He's teasing us, isn't he? Pulling his socks up and tying his shoelaces. But I think it will be at least the start of the second half before we see Lionel Messi. He came on deep into the second half, his first appearance in this tournament in the last game against Panama. The chase is on by Agüero, who's going to try and beat them himself despite the support that was in there in the middle. And Bolivia able to clear away again. But it is a constant wave after wave of Argentinian attack here, just sitting on possession, either on the halfway line or just inside their opponent's half, and then launching another attack time and time again. Kranevitter. Higuaín. Mori to his left. Higuaín carrying on himself though. Lamela touches on for Agüero. Kranevitter. Mori back inside his own half to Cuesta here, and now picked up by Otamendi as Argentina look to this right-hand side this time with Roncaglia. Coming out to try and put a little bit of pressure on these Argentinian players in possession. But there's not a lot of hurry so far for the Albiceleste. They are quite comfortable in possession. And then they give it away. Lost 11 of their last 12 games, Bolivia, including a 2-0 defeat against Argentina in a World Cup qualifier in Cordoba in March, and a 7-0 defeat in a friendly against Argentina last September in Houston. So their run against all opponents is pretty poor at the moment. Their one victory was against Venezuela, also in a World Cup qualifier, by 4 goals to 2, but that's their only win in World Cup qualifying so far from their 6 games played so far. It's looking very unlikely that they will trouble the qualifying spots in the South American pool. Just 3 World Cup appearances in their history, Bolivia, 1930, 1950, and more recently 1994, you might remember, in the United States. They're very much the bridesmaids of South American football down the years. That's Kranevitter's ball, searching for something in the middle. Lampe, the goalkeeper, out to play. Banega steers away for a throw-in for Bolivia. It's going to be taken here by Saavedra. Only 20 years of age, the young right-back. He's picking up a lot of vital experience here. And that's a rather unnecessary foul from Yasmani Campos. Roncaglia. Kranevitter. Kranevitter again. Lavezzi. They are playing at times at an almost walking pace here, Argentina. No threat on them at all. Otamendi. Agüero. Well, a tumble off the ball there by Roncaglia, who felt he might have been fouled, but the referee again had clear sight of matters and decided not to intervene. And here's Campos, but losing out to Higuaín. Roncaglia. Banega. We're going to have a minute of added time at the end of the 45, which is coming up in about 10 seconds or so. Argentina looking for possibly a fourth before that half-time whistle sounds. And here's Banega. Lovely tap off to Higuaín. And Higuaín's shot is not going to trouble Lampe. Lovely little flick from Agüero, though, to put Higuaín in position to get the shot away, but Carlos Lampe always behind this. Not hit with the greatest of power. And Lampe down and safe. So the last 20 seconds or so of this opening half, which has gone exactly as most people would have predicted. Argentina in complete control in terms of the possession they've had, and also the scoreboard as well, leading by 3-0. One or two early flurries from Bolivia, but nothing too greatly troubling for Sergio Romero, who for the most part in the Argentine goal has had a very quiet night so far. All the action at the other end. Lamela opening the scoring in the 13th minute. Lavezzi adding his name to proceedings just a moment or two later. And Cuesta, with his first international goal, has given Argentina a 3-0 lead here at half-time. They knew before the night began they were in almost certainty going to be topping Group D, and that certainty has increased here with that half-time scoreline.
Watch South America's elite compete in the continent's #1 competition.
It's showtime! The man with quality football running through his veins. Oh, yes! Unstoppable! That was pure magic!
The Copa Libertadores knockout stages on Premier Sports.
The big, the bang, the big, the bang, the big. We started a revolution, oh it ain't gonna last forever, so big bang.
We wear them, we wash them, We drag them, we wash them, and we expect the cycle to just work. But does it? Add Dettol antibacterial laundry cleanser to kill 99.9% of bacteria, even in 30-degree water. For a confident clean you can trust, Dettol that.
Airwaves in a bottle. So you can always keep that kick handy.
Watch every game of NRL Round 15 live this week on Premier Sports.
Got it into Keary. Here come the Rabbits. Nightingale flicks it back. Unbelievable skill. A try coming. Daniel Tupou. The Seagulls have come to life. Well, that's just unbelievable.
The NRL Premiership this week on Premier Sports HD.
It's not been a night for risk-taking for Argentina. Lionel Messi left on the bench. Whether he appears in the second half remains to be seen, but with several changes to their starting lineup, it was still a night that has been dominated up to this point by Argentina. Free kick given here for that foul on Lavezzi, and it gave Argentina a wonderful position to have a go for goal with 13 minutes played. It was going to be Lamela to hit this. Agüero standing over it, but Lamela is the man who hit it, and a deflection off the back of Duck takes it beyond the goalkeeper Lampe. And with 13 minutes played, Argentina had their first goal of the night, leading by 1-0. You have to feel sorry for the goalkeeper, because completely wrong-footed by the deflection that shot took. And not long later, Argentina were leading by 2-0. Lavezzi, whose run had given his side the free kick for the first goal, was the man on hand to finish there after the initial header from Higuaín is knocked down by the keeper, and Lavezzi finishes 2-0, 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes for Argentina, and they're in complete control at this stage. And they were going to find themselves even further ahead not long after. A touch home by Cuesta. Victor Cuesta, first international goal, and Argentina 3-0 with 33 minutes played. Ball swung towards goal, and Cuesta just sticks out a boot to steer it in. And suddenly it's 3-0 for Argentina, and a thoroughly deserved scoreline as well, because it reflects their dominance of that first half, when they've rarely been out of possession. Just had so much of the ball, very little threat from their opponents. They nearly had a fourth deep in that first half as well, but the goalkeeper right behind that shot from Higuaín didn't get the best of power on it, did he, Higuaín? But the goalkeeper, in any respects, right behind it. And Argentina, and we might see him in the second half, it remains to be seen, but with or without him, Argentina in cruise control.
The Copa America enters the knockout stages early Friday morning on Premier Sports as host nation USA take on Ecuador.
Valencia!
And on Saturday, controversial quarter-finalist Peru face Colombia.
Oh, Brazil will feel hard done by if they are knocked out by that.
The Copa America quarter-finals on Premier Sports. The qualification spots in Group B were up for decision on Sunday night in the Copa America. Already eliminated Haiti took to the field against an Ecuadorian team who held their destiny in their own hands. And Ecuador got off to an ideal start after just 10 minutes.
Ecuador playing with a certain tempo here. They're trying to keep things going as quickly as they can, and Eder Valencia is closing down here. Valencia! Ecuador are up and running. That's the first. They still need at least another, but they're on their way.
The West Ham man once again found himself heavily involved when the second goal did come, as he set up Jamie Ayovi to slot it in.
Here's Éner Valencia! Beats his man, has support, and unselfishly will pick out Jaime Ayovi. That's what they needed. It's a 2-goal margin with 20 minutes played.
Haiti were playing for pride and nearly netted one of their own, but they were denied by the crossbar.
He whips a good one across. Oh, it's hit the post and then over the top. What a chance for Haiti. Well, a heartbreaking moment for those who'd love to see them get a goal here.
The crossbar was back in place shortly after, this time at the other end of the field.
To AOV again with that left foot. The goalkeeper came and didn't make contact. Instead, it's the header that rattles against the crossbar again.
But inevitably, a goal came soon, as some great link-up play put Noboa on the end of a clever Montero cross, which he half-volleyed into the net and secured his team's tournament progression.
And here comes Ecuador threatening again. Cazares lays it left, Montero, quick ball in. It's a goal from Noboa. It's a third for Ecuador. And now they can relax.
And Antonio and Éner Valencia successfully combined once again for the Manchester United man to score Ecuador's fourth.
Alexander is going to be coming on too, but here's Éner Valencia looking for his second, has support again, rolls it in, simple finish on a night when they have found their goal scoring form. Antonio Valencia. It's an Ecuadorian party now. Ecuador are into the final 8, no doubts about that now. We don't know yet what position they're going to finish in Group B, but we do know they will figure in the quarter-finals.
Brazil faced Peru next in Boston, where a draw would see Brazil progress, but for Peru it was all or naught. Felipe Luis was the first to threaten, but his shot was pushed wide by the Peruvian keeper.
It's Balbina's given the ball away here. Felipe Luis, he'll take on the shots, which Galese responds to with a spectacular stop.
It was that man, Pedro Galese, who rescued Peru after a terrible defensive blunder.
Ooh, well won here by Elias. We'll get a second chance here. Elias in. Gabriel on the turn. Marvellous save. Oh, Galese, brilliant. Gabriel, everything but the goal here for Brazil.
Early in the second half, Peru had an opportunity from a free kick, but Alisson read it well and got some strong hands behind his save.
Will take on the shot, which Alisson has to deal with. The goalkeeper's first save of the game.
A bad attempted clearance by Brazil set up a moment of huge controversy, as Paulo put the ball into the Brazilian box, which Rudaz managed to bundle into the net.
Andy Paulo for Peru. Has he got the pace here? Andy Paulo pulls back! Oh, wow! Well, Brazil claim handball, but Raul Ruiz has Brazil on the brink and Peru on the cusp of qualification. Andy Paulo makes it. Handball, yes or no? Oh, he's punched the ball in. It is handball. Oh, Brazil will feel hard done by if they are knocked out by that. Oh, no, he says goal. He says goal. And Raul Ruiz has scored for Peru here.
Relentless pressure by Brazil led to one final chance, but Elias was unable to get anything behind his shot, which ends up in Galice's arms.
Hulk in here towards Elias! Oh, Galese! Magnificent goalkeeping. Elias, was that Brazil's chance come and gone here to save themselves in this Copa América Centenario? It is now or never Brazil, and the whistle has gone! And Peru have knocked out Brazil!
This very harsh result sends the 8-time winners home, and Dunga's men will feel rightly aggrieved at how the game turned out. Peru finish atop Group B and will move on to face Colombia, while Ecuador face host nation USA as they move on to the quarter-finals.
Every year, a dishwasher cleans over 8,000 dirty items. But who cleans the cleaner? Finish dishwasher cleaner. Power away the hidden grime.
Women seem to accept that wearing high heels comes with pain. Give your high heels the sneaker feel with the innovation from the Scholl foot experts. Gel active insoles in different shapes and almost invisible. Scholl Gel Active insoles available in the foot care aisle. And with new Scholl Gel Active insoles for flat shoes, give your flat shoes the sneaker feel.
Airwaves in a bottle. So you can always keep that kick handy.
A BLT is good. A BLT with Hellmann's is the best. Nothing tastes like it. Hellmann's, bring out the best.
Greetings! Comfort Intense at your laundry service. What are your 3 washes? Wishes.
Incredibly intense freshness out of the wash, out of the cupboard, and intense freshness that lasts and lasts.
Granted. All from every teeny-weeny ultra-concentrated drop. Comfort Intense. All the freshness you could wish for.
Why be a clone? Tony and Guy believes it's your hair that shows your true individuality. The texture, the hold, the volume, the twist. Declone your look from the hair down.
Mouth ulcer? Bonjela relieves pain in just 3 minutes and reduces inflammation. Bonjela, nothing stronger for mouth ulcers.
For powerful and effective constipation relief, we've harnessed natural senna and put it into Senacot to help restore your regular movement. Senacot.
Get closer than ever before. Durex Invisible, our thinnest ever condom.
Enjoy the game.
Will do.
I'm back.
Feel the excitement with 10Bet. Join now with up to £200 first deposit bonus.
With BT Mobile, you can get online here, here, here and here, and all over the UK with 4G and Wi-Fi hotspots in more places than any other mobile provider. Better still, if you have BT broadband at home, it starts from just £5 a month with 500 megabytes of data. Or you could get 2 gigabytes of data for just £10 a month. Or even a huge 15 gigabytes of data for £20 a month. Anyone can get the great deal with BT Mobile. With 3 SIM-only plans to choose from, you're bound to find the one that's right for you. Call 0800 234 6543 or visit bt.com/SIM-only.
Well, there's a sight that I think the vast majority of people inside this stadium will be welcoming. Lionel Messi is on for the start of the second half. Taking over the captain's armband from the goalkeeper Sergio Romero. And I think she's thrilled to bits, isn't she? She can't wait to get to school tomorrow and tell all her mates. Guess who I watched playing football last night? So Lionel Messi is out there and ready to go for an Argentinian side that already leads here by 3-0. They're thrilled to bits. They can't believe it. Has ever a footballer created such a stir down the years? It looks like Lucas Biglia is coming on as well in the second half. There's one change, at least for Bolivia, because Cristian Machado is going to be coming on. Let's just see who they're replacing. No news of that just yet, but we will get that in just a moment. Well, here's the first change, and it is Bolivia who are making that change, and Juan Carlos Arce is coming off. And God love him, Cristian Machado, but I don't think he's going to get the biggest cheer of the night as a substitute coming on. Almost unnoticed by the many thousands of eyes who will look down here now and see that Lucas Biglia has come on. And there you go. Guess who's in town? Well, they were chanting his name in the first half, even when Argentina were dominating possession with about 82% to 18. And even when they were leading by 3-0, they still wanted to see Messi. And now they've got him. And Biglia on for Banega is the other change. So they're going to have to scale the heights here. Bolivia, there. Oh, it's a chance on goal. Right from the start of the second half, Bolivia finally get a chance on goal, if it can go down as that. But the big news at the start of this second half is that Argentina have made 2 changes. Lucas Biglia coming on for Éver Banega. But the headline act is Lionel Messi replacing Gonzalo Higuaín. They were chanting his name in the first half, and finally they get to see him in the second. But have a look at this. That will go down. I think it was on target, but it'll go down as a first real effort on goal from Bolivia. They've made 1 change as well. Cristian Machado has come on for them, and Juan Carlos Arce has gone off. So Argentina lead by 3-0. There's a couple of records in the making now in this second half, because 1 more goal would mean that Argentina have scored more goals in the group stages than anyone else in Copa América history. And that's a likely target. Perhaps a little less likely, but still very possible, is Lionel Messi. If he can score 3 goals tonight, he will equal Argentina's goal-scoring record, individual goal-scoring record. He comes on for Higuaín in the second half. Batistuta with 56 goals, Messi with 53 are the 2 leading Argentine scorers of all time. So Messi's getting ever closer to that. You would have thought at some stage he's going to break Batistuta's record. Maybe at this match here tonight, possibly at this tournament. Already has a hat-trick from the first game, of course. Challenge here on Campos. It was the landing, wasn't it, rather than the challenge in mid-air that would have caused him the greatest of discomfort here. My word. That would have winded him. Deserves a roll or 2, that, doesn't it? Campos, a goal scorer in the last game against Chile in Foxborough when he came on from the bench. It meant that briefly Bolivia were drawing 1-1, but a late goal, I think in the 10th minute of stoppage time for Chile, denied Bolivia their point that night. And Campos, having crash-landed, is heading for the hangars for the moment. He's going to be okay. He's jogging to the sidelines now, so I think it's just a case of having received treatment. He's going to have to go off to come back on again. Well, he's a happy lad, having seen his hero out there. Machado, the substitute, with a drop ball, sends it downfield to Sergio Romero, who I think has been as busy so far in this second half as he was in the whole of the first. Not that he's been over-troubled. It's going to be a free kick. Lavezzi spiraling to the ground from the challenge from Gutierrez. anticipation is that Messi might strike for goal here. At least that's the hope in the voices of about 40,000 inside CenturyLink field. It's a bit of a distance and it's a bit of an angle, but when has that ever stopped him? Three goals so far in the tournament. He scored with a wonderful free kick in Chicago against Panama. Perhaps the angle wasn't quite as deep as this on that occasion. But Lampe is on his guard in the Bolivian goal. Messi curls one in, headed down and away by Cabrera. But they're not long out of possession, Argentina, because back comes Lavezzi. Romero just being reminded that he's involved in this team effort again here tonight. Biglia, early touch for him at the start of this second half. Kranevitter. It's forward towards Messi. It's forced away by sheer weight of Bolivian numbers and picked up by Biglia. Lamela. Biglia looking right. Argentina back in that familiar holding pattern of keeping possession on the halfway line. Just testing their opponent's patience. Looking for the wrong move from someone down in green so that they can strike. Biglia. Agüero laid back to him with a little chip in. Lavezzi's header was from an offside position. Just a mistime run by Lavezzi. He's got an awful lot of things to be proud of, hasn't he, Lionel Messi? But the one thing that is missing from his CV is a tournament medal, a gold medal at a major tournament with Argentina. 1993, the last time that an Argentinian side lifted a trophy at a major competition. It was at the Copa América 23 years ago when they beat Mexico in the final by 2-1. They did beat Bolivia on the way to the final, but only by 1-0 in that tournament, so maybe this is a bit of an omen here tonight. And you'd have to consider them very strong favourites, wouldn't you? Very warm favourites at this stage, Argentina. Here's Roncaglia. Biglia. Messi. Immediately moving away from his man and picking out a pass, or trying to pick out a pass for Lavezzi, but intercepted by Gutierrez, but not long before Argentina and Messi have it back. Here's Biglia. Agüero. Funes Mori. Back to Cuesta. Just like his central defensive partner here tonight, an unlikely goal scorer for Argentina in this tournament. Otamendi having struck in the last game against Panama. Here is Otamendi. Kranevitter. Lamela. Biglia. Lavezzi. This is Biglia. Biglia's going to go for goal! And the save by the goalkeeper is adequate. Kranevitter. Such an air of inevitability about all of this, isn't there? You just almost certain that Argentina are going to get at least another one or two in this game. They have I thought they had a corner there. Lavezzi is the man who touched it last. Here's the effort by Biglia, which the goalkeeper was in a good position to cover. 14 Copa America wins, 13 times runners-up, 6 times in the semi-finals, 33 times Argentina in the 100-year history of this tournament have reached at least the last 4. And they are striding strongly here towards the final 8. Venezuela will then stand between them and a place in the semi-finals. That match in Foxborough, Massachusetts on Saturday for Argentina. On all accounts, straight after this match is finished here tonight, they are off on their travels. They're flying to Massachusetts tonight so that they can get themselves settled in as early as possible. So one of the testing aspects of this tournament is the travel that's involved. Here's a quick throw. An opportunity for Campos, but wastes that one moment. It'll be a 7 or 8 hour flight for Argentina's players this evening across from Seattle in the northwest of the United States to Massachusetts, right on that east coast. Lamela. They have before this been in Chicago and Santa Clara, California, so they are collecting the air miles. But they'll be happy to do so as long as it means they're still in the tournament and playing as well as they have been so far. Agüero trying to push his way through. Bolivia, they get a free kick which relieves the pressure that was growing. Bolivia have got a big flight ahead of them as well. They're going home. I'm sure they'd rather be flying to Boston, Massachusetts than back home. Roncaglia. Otamendi. Agüero, back to Otamendi. So many of these Argentine players, of course, playing in the English Premier League at the moment, including that man Funes Mori, who just turns it back again. Otamendi is with Manchester City, of course. Here's Biglia, back to Otamendi. Again, just picking the patterns and trying to find the openings and forcing another foul here, so another free kick, and now I think the expectation might be a little more justified because this is very much within Messi's range. Cabrera might regret that challenge on Agüero. Not not least because of the geography of it. Just 5 or 6 strides outside the penalty area. Lionel Messi. 53 international goals to his name. Looking to close the record on Batistuta. Carlos Lampe, hopefully, directing his wall into a position that might deny a shooting opportunity here. This is patient with his waiting. An hour gone. Finally the referee's happy. Lionel Messi will go for goal, but puts it wide. With a scratch at the back of the head suggests that he doesn't feel that was too far away. And the replay proves him correct. A sigh from the crowd here, because they'd have loved to have seen that got on the inside of the post. I don't think Lampe would have done much about it, would he? It's going the right way, but whether he'd have got there or not, I don't think he would. So Argentina come again here. Lavezzi. A surge by him. Biglia lays it off. Messi plays it wide. Right-footed cross is headed away for the corner kick. They cannot get away from their own penalty area here, Bolivia. They cannot keep the possession for more than 2 or 3 passes. And in these circumstances, you feel another goal has to come sooner rather than later. Lavezzi trying to provide from the corner. Oh, it's a miskicked clearance in the first instance. Messi. Here again. Well, the crowd are loving that little show. Here's Biglia. Not always been at his best in Argentinian colours, has he? But that's a good ball towards Lavezzi, and here now is an opportunity for Agüero to lift one in, beyond Biglia, pulled back from too deep. And out for the goal kick off the boot of Funes Mori. Well, one coach stands and applauds, the other one can only sit down and wonder what on earth his side can do to change the pattern of this game. And I think not very much, because Argentina, with all that pedigree and all that star quality, Kranevitter, as Argentina look forward again with Agüero. It's another foul conceded. Funes Mori has not had too much defending to do tonight, has he? As Agüero takes a look at goal just for a moment. It looked as though he might have had a crack himself, but tried to thread it through. Usogi for once manages to clear it away. Biglia coming back. Roncaglia. Agüero, Biglia. Agüero. Force wide. But he has support out there if he needs it. Doesn't need it. Can turn the men himself. Biglia. And here is Campos. Not quite able to reach the halfway line before he falls flat on his face. Biglia. Argentina putting on a performance here tonight against beleaguered opponents. They're just about run off their feet, trying to chase possession back. Biglia. Struck forward by Otamendi. Messi. Almost getting the diagonal ball in. Funes Mori. It's hard to imagine that any team could be ever more dominant in a game than Argentina are being here tonight against Bolivia. Completely outclassed, the Bolivians. It's almost like they're playing a different sport to the one that Argentina are playing. Certainly Argentina are playing it at a very different level. Not every pass goes to boot, but once they lose possession, they are so quick to win it back again. That's the problem for Bolivia. And they keep giving away these free kicks as well. Push on Agüero. Simply nothing they can do to ease the pressure. I don't think anyone's expecting Messi to go from goal from here amongst this Seattle crowd. It's almost like a training ground exercise here tonight for Argentina, attack against defence. Funes Mori. Tougher times to come. Venezuela might give them a bit more of a battle in the quarter-finals, and then once you reach the semis, then you really are in amongst the real pedigree sides of this tournament. Otamendi. Biglia from Lazio. Twisting and turning, and Funes Mori again on this left-hand side. Now it's Agüero. You know, one thing that Bolivia will satisfy themselves with so far is that for at least 23 minutes they have prevented Argentina scoring a fourth goal here. Even with the added threat of Messi on the field. Funes Mori. Agüero, Biglia, and a rare free kick against Argentina, so Bolivia have a chance maybe to get it inside their opponent's half. Just a wayward use of the arm there from Agüero. The referee spotted on Melian. Well, here's a collector's item of a shot, isn't it? Just about every player inside the Argentinian half for once. And Lampe with a chance to clear it long, and he'll be hoping he doesn't see that ball back for a time or two, but I think he's going to be disappointed because here come Argentina again. Roncaglia. Lamela cutting in. Biglia picking up. Touch towards Cuesta, and now on his left-hand side it's Funes Mori. With the ease with which they're playing here tonight, Argentina, I guess there might be a danger of them losing a little bit of concentration. Kranevitter, now Biglia, Funes Mori. Reminder, if you're just switching on, Argentina tonight are resting 3 or 4 of their players like Rocco and Mascherano and Gaitan because of the yellow card situation. Di Maria injured, so this is not exactly a second string Argentina we're seeing, but it is missing 3 or 4 of their bigger names. And yet still they're making very light work of Bolivia here. Funes Mori. Wobbling dangerously for a moment or two before it's hacked to the relative safety of the halfway line and beyond, but back it comes. Kranevitter, interesting year for him. He played most of the year at River Plate before moving back to his parent club Atletico Madrid. Messi. Just a cheer for touching the ball. Biglia. Messi. Oh, Messi's been dispossessed, and here comes Campos, looking to punish the Argentinians for a little bit of sloppiness there. Now, there is a danger of Lionel Messi maybe trying to do too much here tonight to please the crowd firstly before doing the most basic stuff out there, being a little greedy at times. Sergio Romero on a chilly night getting a little bit of a run, but here comes Messi, and well, that's one for the scrapbook for Jasmani Campos, isn't it? The night he tackled Lionel Messi and came up on top. Messi, Biglia, Agüero. Kranevitter. Well, we're going to see a change here for Argentina. I think Maidana is coming on. Looking down there, he is. So a first appearance of the tournament for him, Jonathan Maidana from River Plate. And Nicolás Otamendi is the man who's coming off. So Otamendi disappears to the sidelines, having done his job here tonight. He's been an ever-presence so far in this Argentinian side. Goal scorer, of course, in the last game. I'm sure he'll be back for the quarter-finals. But a chance for Jonathan Maidana now to show what he's capable of. And it's only his third cap here. He's getting on a bit, into his 30s now, but he comes out to join this successful Argentinian side in such a comfortable position. Lampe looking long. Frustration for Campos because he's given away the free kick. Kranevitter. Here's Lamela. "17 goals Argentina have now scored in their last 4 meetings against Bolivia. And you'd suspect there's more to come here tonight. Roncaglia. Messi goes left and finds Mori, whose early ball is headed away and then chipped away by Smegberg Dallens. Here's an early touch though for Maidana. They've worked hard here, Bolivia. So as time moves on, 40 minutes left to play, weariness might begin to take its toll. Kranevitter wide right. Agüero looking for Biglia. He'll get it at the second attempt. Messi's offside. He's offside. And I think he knew he was offside. Just an element of showboating here, isn't there? Flag goes up. Messi probably instinctively knew that he was offside. Tries to embarrass the goalkeeper. Poor old Carlos Lampe, made to look a bit of a clown there, wasn't he? But it all comes to naught because Messi having strayed offside. The free kick goes Bolivia's way, and again they're back inside the Argentinian half, but not for long. Crowd here tonight, by the way, is just over 45,000. CenturyLink field in Seattle, and as big as this crowd is here tonight, I think it's going to be beaten by a good few thousand in a couple of nights' time when the USA, the host nation, take on Ecuador in the quarter-finals. Mori. Biglia. Agüero. Biglia. Messi. Biglia again. They have to be sharp to avoid the tigerish challenges that are coming in at the moment. Agüero. The run had been made down the middle by Lavezzi, but he couldn't be picked out. And you have to say, I mean, full marks here to Bolivia, because for all that they're second best by a long, long distance, they are maintaining a certain discipline and a certain work ethic. They're not making it easy in terms of goal-scoring opportunities for Argentina. For all that they've had the ball at their feet, they've not had too many shots on goal in this second half. Argentine throw. Lavezzi. Agüero back to Biglia. Here's Kranevitter. And this on the near side is Érik Lamela. He and Funes Mori exchange passes. Biglia collects down the middle again. Agüero, a little push and a roll, heavy in the first touch, but still has possession. Tried to play in Biglia, but that wall of green stands firm and clears away again. And this is Maidana. Biglia, Messi. Ten more minutes for Bolivia to hold out. Messi. And the battle goes on between him and Campos, and this time Campos comes off second best in terms of giving the free kick away, and he's clearly an angry man. Well, as big as your name is, he seems to be suggesting you don't intimidate me. It's going to earn him a yellow card, and it's going to put him down on the bottom of the popularity list inside this stadium, because there's no doubts that I think the majority are on the side of Lionel Messi. But full marks for his spirit as well there, Jasmani Campos. He's already dispossessed Messi once here tonight, and he's up for the battle again. Comes in and makes sure that left knee connects with the left thigh of Lionel Messi. Make the night as uncomfortable as possible as he can. Coming together of their heads. Well, if that was what the reason for the booking was for Jasmani Campos, then you'd have to say Lionel Messi should have seen yellow as well, because it seemed to be 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. If the referee's given the booking for the head touches, then surely Messi should have had a booking as well. Instead, he's going for goal. Goalkeeper just straying off his line a little. Messi saw that and decides to test out the range just over the crossbar. Seven and a half minutes remaining plus stoppage time here. Argentina, who knew before the night began with near certainty that they were topping Group D, are now in a position of going through this group stage in emphatic style. They beat Chile in the opening match by 2-1. That was their biggest test, without Lionel Messi at all that night, of course. They struggled for a while in terms of goal scoring against Panama. The header from Otamendi, the only thing they had to show for quite a while until Messi came on and scored a hat-trick and made another for Agüero. But 5-0, that game ended. 3-0 with 3 goals in the first half here tonight is how it stands at the moment. But for all their dominance and all their possession in the second half, they haven't had too many moments when you'd thought that they were going to get another. They've looked capable of scoring plenty, but final balls in, final shots, not quite unpicking the Bolivian defence. Here's Biglia. Final change being made for them here. Carmelo Algarañez, who is about to come on. Funes Mori. Biglia. Lavezzi. Change for Bolivia sees Carmelo Garanyas coming on, and you can see there Martin Smedberg Dalens is the player going off. He scored in the Copa America last year in a win against Ecuador. Bolivia's first Copa America win since 1997. They're going to be waiting for at least another couple of years before they get their next Copa America win. He's gone off, and Carmelo Algarañez comes on. It's a bonus appearance for him. Late replacement for Samuel Galindo in the squad. Wasn't selected initially, but having been selected, he now gets, well, what, 5 minutes of a taste of the action in this defensive effort by Bolivia. Agüero's going to go for goal. Would have been spectacular. Instead, it's a goal kick. Forward to Biglia. Two of the second half substitutes. Gerardo Martino given the luxury of getting a good number now, the majority of his squad. Some game time and some experience in the tournament before it all gets very serious in the quarter-finals. Mori forward. Oh, it's a late challenge and a yellow card for Mariano. It's coming in behind Lamela, and that was very uncomfortable for the midfielder from Tottenham Hotspurs. Maidana. Cuesta. Lamela goes left to Funes Mori. Funes Mori cuts in on that right foot. Messi wants it and gets it. It ain't going his way so far tonight. Been the most satisfactory of second halves, has it, as it draws towards its conclusion under 2 minutes to play. Bolivia beaten well before the half-time whistle sounded. Argentina knowing that they were in a real comfort zone. And maybe at times just trying a little too hard against a Bolivian defence that has worked overtime in the second half, just to stifle as much as they can. Biglia. Agüero coming deep to collect possession, but running into trouble. Lamela. Biglia again. Lavezzi trying to corkscrew one in. Was cushion header backwards towards Messi, but he was off balance. And he was offside. couple of minutes to be added at the end of the 90 here. It's just petering out really, isn't it? Big crowd here coming, hoping to be entertained. They would have been with what they saw in the first half, less so in the second. Peruvian referee had to be firm in that first period. There were one or two skirmishes, weren't there? One or two heated moments. His referee with a smile on his face. And there's confirmation of 2 minutes of added time then at the end of the 90. Argentina just settling in for a comfortable victory here against Bolivia. Love to snatch something of a consolation, the side in green, but the likelihood of that is not very. Here's Maidana, Biglia. Argentina with just over a minute to try and craft something else here. As forward comes Roncaglia, back to Biglia again. Now it's Lamela. Funes Mori to his left, but Lamela's going more direct than that with a teasing little run. Couldn't quite thread it through again. Campos. Well, there was a second little chip here, I think, from Víctor Cuesta, who's going to get the yellow card, and quite rightly too, because that was unnecessary. Maybe that was a little bit of retribution from the Argentinian centre-half for what Campos did to his captain a little earlier in the game. But having made the challenge and the ball going out of play, he then just had a little chip again at Campos. Let's have a look at this. The ball's gone out, and then he just decides to lift his leg and just have a crack at the ankles of Campos, and that was spotted by the referee, and quite rightly has earned a yellow card for Víctor Cuesta. Biglia now looking to drive it forward, but not before the referee will sound his whistle for the final time. Argentina comfortable, 3-0 winners against Bolivia. Lionel Messi gets a whole 45 minutes in, so his match fitness continues to improve ahead of the knockout stages of this tournament. Argentina knew before the night began where they were going. They're off to Foxborough, Massachusetts to play Venezuela, having beaten Bolivia by 3-0.
The Copa America enters the knockout stages early Friday morning on Premier Sports as host nation USA take on Ecuador.
Valencia!
And on Saturday, controversial quarter-finalist Peru face Colombia.
Oh, Brazil will feel hard done by if they are knocked out by that.
The Copa America quarter-finals on Premier Sports.